At Unciphered, we work with clients who are facing one of the most stressful situations in self-custody, having cryptocurrency they own but can no longer access. The best way to understand the impact of this work is to hear directly from people who've gone through it. But because of the nature of cryptocurrency, most of our past clients have chosen to remain anonymous. But not all. The following testimonials are from a few past clients who've chosen to share what brought them to Unciphered, as opposed to another recovery firm. Why they decided to trust Unciphered with their recovery, what the recovery process was like, and the results of working with Unciphered to recover their wallet. First, we have a client who lost access because their password was stolen.
I had just kind of a faint idea in the back of my head that I'm just gonna hold on to the device and see if over the course of the next several years, people can figure out how to hack into it and I'd be able to partner with those people to recover my assets.
Next, a client who created a random password when their crypto wasn't worth much, but couldn't remember it when it became valuable.
After a long search, I really didn't find anybody that looked even the slightest bit credible until I found Unciphered.
And finally, a client with multiple wallets who will share how he first contracted with another recovery firm to recover his assets before coming to Unciphered, where we were able to recover what they weren't.
Hands down, white glove service. I'm also in the service industry, so I know what it's like to receive good customer service and get it. Also just to establish a relationship and trust someone that you can get your funds back. So go with Unciphered if I can't say anything else about that.
Here are their stories.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 years ago, I had a crypto wallet that I made an investment in some crypto probably around 2017. So it was before it really took off. And a few years after that, I happened to just kind of change where I put the password to the device and had it in my wallet, and went to the gym one day, and all of my stuff, including my wallet and including obviously the password to my crypto device, was stolen. So it was one of the worst days I could remember. I lost access to the crypto, and kind of after I got over it and I kind of had to make peace with it. The peak of the crypto hype in 2021 happened, and I just saw the value of my stranded assets just go up tremendously. And this entire time, I had just kind of a faint idea in the back of my head that I'm just gonna hold on to the device and see if over the course of the next several years, people can figure out how to hack into it and I'd be able to partner with those people to recover my assets. And that's really exactly what happened with Unciphered. The day came where I read about you guys and saw what you could do, and I got in touch with you. There was an element of risk associated with trying to crack into the device, but I think at each turn I was it was better than nothing, and I'd almost made peace with losing all of these assets to begin with. So I figured, just why not? And the experience couldn't have gone better. It's really great kind of working with your team, going through the whole process of authenticating my identity, and going through lawyers to send you my device. Gave me a lot more kind of reassurance that you guys were legit and cared about the experience and making sure that everything was done the right way and in a honest and secure way. So thank you for that. Can't speak to it any better than that. I was really excited.
I had Bitcoin stored on a wallet that I created a long time ago, before Bitcoin was actually even worth anything. Now, years later, that Bitcoin is actually worth something now, I decided to, just try to scope out the resources for what would be a good company that could help me restore those assets. After a long search, I really didn't find anybody that looked even the slightest bit credible until I found Unciphered. And Unciphered, they were very friendly. They put me at ease. They didn't ask me too much personal information that would make me feel that they were doing anything sketchy behind the scenes. So they made me feel very comfortable. They were very nice. My password was completely random, just random digits and random numbers and letters. So I really couldn't give them too much useful information, but after a couple of months' time, they were able to restore the full value of what I had left on that wallet, which was significant to me now, even though it wasn't years ago. So I'm very grateful for them just being helpful, being very open, communicative about the process, and making me feel safe and doing exactly what they said that they were going to do. So I would highly recommend them to anybody that's in the same situation or anything similar that I went through. It's been a great process, and I appreciate them so, so much. Thank you.
Back in 2013, I was probably too young at the time to fully understand it. Only around 13 or 14 at the time, so I didn't understand the whole extent of it. But had my wallet, just didn't think too much of it, only bought a little bit because it was basically Christmas money, which funny enough is around, it's not too much at the time, but it ended up being a lot 4 years later when I first tried to do something about it, and I think it was 2017, and had absolutely no luck, no recollection of passwords or anything. I had previously gone through another crypto recovery service. Their name is, I don't know if you guys have heard of them. So I worked with there, and he was awesome throughout the process. I had another old wallet that he actually managed to crack into, but he couldn't get this one or the other one that you guys are currently working on, but he recommended you guys. So that was from him that he said, hey, why don't you give them a try and just see what happens. I appreciate the way you guys laid out the steps of everything. Having that whole process laid out was really beneficial. I wasn't expecting to really get any of this back because I was just using kind of similar information that I tried to think of just for phrases and passwords that we originally had. So I wasn't expecting too much of it. So when that eventually happened, I was stoked. And I understand, like, I know some people, when they give you all this information, you sign all this stuff, they're expecting a recovery right away, and they're looking for these funds they haven't dealt with in so long. And I'd say a lot of people, I mean, can't say for everyone, is just looking to sell the cryptocurrency right away and just get the cash. And that's just not my mindset. So when you guys first informed me, like, hey, it's going to take a little bit, I really appreciated that up front. That just takes some time to recover for various reasons. I mean, working on multiple clients at a time, I can't even imagine the extent of what it's like to actually go and try to unlock these things. So I think for me, what I appreciated the most was just the transparency and the important updates when they came. So I'd say that was the best part of the process for me. Yes, I would 100% recommend using Unciphered. You guys can get the job done, and having my funds returned to me at the end of the day, even just with the attempt, meant a lot, that the full disclosure throughout the process. So I guess to anyone out there who has lost cryptocurrency, that has lost hope, go to Unciphered if you want. Hands down, white glove service. I'm also in the service industry, so I know what it's like to receive good customer service and give it. Also just to establish a relationship and trust someone that you can get your funds back. So go with Unciphered if I can't say anything else about that. Yeah.
Recovering access to lost cryptocurrency is rarely simple. Every case is different, and not every wallet, password, seed phrase, or device can be recovered. But for the cases where recovery is possible, the outcome can be life-changing. If you have cryptocurrency you own but can no longer access, Unciphered can help evaluate your situation and determine whether recovery may be possible. You can start by submitting your case through our website. Our team will review the details, explain the next steps, and help you understand what options may be available. Thanks for watching.